been a pretty long day. I've been working um, pretty much maybe like a couple hours after I got up and then stopped. Right now, it's time to do some much needed spiritual work or some witchy shit, depending on, you know, what vein you're writing. Right now, we are going to start off with first, I'm going to do a smoke cleanse on myself. Actually, then I got my sister to do it on me. Then I am going to start the white fire limpia, which I've shown before. It's a handful or maybe two of Epsom salt, and then you can use a splash of alcohol. I use Florida water. Prior to that fire starting, before I forget, we will be having a plática, or in English, it would be considered like a heart straightening talk. It's basically to get an idea as to what are the things that we are trying to either release or what blocks we're trying to work through. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to show. I just wanted to touch base before I started, just in case. So right now I just lit a charcoal tablet. I'm going to let that get ready. Meanwhile, I'm going to gather the herbs that I'm going to be putting in this bad boy. This is gonna be the smoke cleanse that's going to be for me and the space prior to starting the white fire limpia, and then the spellwork that my sister is going to be doing. What else? Okay, so while this is cooking, I will be connecting with my guides. So I just finished connecting with the elementals, and this like connection and the breath work that is done in conjunction with it is so empowering. You kind of, well, I personally get a buzz from it. I can feel my lips tingling. I can feel sometimes my hands and the bottoms of my feet pulsating. It's like I'm filled up with that dragonfire energy. I mean, that is the whole purpose of doing this prior to engaging in workings or facilitating spell work with others. It is the best way to not drain my own personal energy, especially after the day that I've had where I've been working nonstop. Typically, if I was going to have to use my own energy, I would not be doing anything. I would just go to sleep and try to recharge for the next day, because it does require energy and a good amount of it. So I'm waiting for the charcoal to finish heating up. It's almost there. Did want to show you my wand. I hold on to this every single time I do that ritual where I connect with the elementals. I actually found this outside of my house. It was part of one of the trees that we have outside, and I just fell in love with it because it has all of these etchings and markings from, I forget what little animal it is, but I haven't painted it. I haven't done anything to it. Well, okay, I lied, because I did. This whole part has met fire. That's why it looks darker. But yeah. So I'm gonna be adding, this is dried eucalyptus. As well as rosemary. And then some copal resin. Catch his feet and then tell me to turn around, okay? Turn around. going to go ahead and ask her some questions. She already knows what I'm referring to, so I'm not going to be sharing the specifics, but I just wanted to kind of give an example of how this can be done. Okay, so you already know what this working is going to be for. So write that. Just use that word. Okay, what feelings do you get? What sensations arise when you see that word in relation to you? Is it comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? How would you use your name and that word in a sentence as a descriptor? What are the barriers, if you can name some at this moment, if not, we'll get to that later, that you see between that term and you? Identifying with it. I basically had her write down things that we are going to be releasing. These are blocks that she has to be able to manifest that which she's trying to manifest. We are going to have her create the ritual fire. And yeah, these are like recycled pieces of like math notes from when I was in school. Yeah, we're going to have her build the fire herself, start the fire, and then burn these and toss them into the flame so that they are gone. And then after that, we will go ahead and start doing the actual, the spell. And start with the salt. And put your hand in there. And 1 or 2 handfuls is fine. Okay. And then add some of the rosemary. And some of the eucalyptus. Okay, now go ahead and pour the Florida water. That's good. Okay. Go ahead and start the fire. Okay, so we're done. Now, out of respect for my sister and also the working itself, I'm not going to be showing that specifically on here. Everything has been great. The process was great. I just kind of wanted to start sharing a little bit more of not just how I do work, but how I help facilitate work. I haven't really done it on a large scale, like work with like strangers or anything like that. I usually just do it with loved ones. And it just really fills my cup. It empowers me, but it also makes me feel good to know that even though they may not feel that they're ready because they don't feel as experienced, having that helping hand or somebody there to help them with that next step allows them to be more present in the work that they're trying to do instead of worrying about the logistics of it all. I know that that would have been a lot more productive for me had I had that years ago. But yeah, I hope that wasn't all over the place, but the priority was to have the working be what it needed to be. So unless I had a videographer up in this small ass room, there's no way that was going to happen.